Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if my mic is good, if it's loud enough. I told y'all I might be back, and here I am. And to be honest with you, I didn't even get to fully watch the rest of the BET Awards. I had to watch some of the performances online because something happened with my cable recording. Like it didn't record the whole show. So here we are. I did see the show though. Hopefully I didn't miss any performances, but if I did, then you guys can let me know in the chat. Hey everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. So let's go ahead and jump into it. And I'll keep it real with you. I don't have too much to say about the awards. There are a few highlights that I want to talk about. Then, depending on how long we discuss the show, I'll take some topic requests and it'll be open topic for the second half of the stream, depending on how long we go. And also make sure to visit my website if you're interested in my exclusive level up content. I did move my second channel content to my website. Some of you clearly still are lost when it comes to that. You're like, where's your other channel? Where's your second channel? Where's the content? It is on the website now. I moved it to protect my intellectual property, and that will be my secondary content space for good. I'm not playing with you girls no more with my content. I'm tired of the stealing and the uploading and me having to fight with YouTube to get my stuff taken down. No, we're not doing that anymore. So it is on my website. So if you want access to that content, and if you want to know when new content drops on the site, be sure to join the mailing list. All of the links are in the description box. Got it? Good. Okay. So, let's get started. I will say that the BET Awards were better than they have been in a while. Okay. And a lot of people felt that way. I would say, I don't know if a lot of people felt that way, but us millennials felt that way. Okay. It was a good show for us millennials because they did a tribute to black music of the early 2000s. And it was very nostalgic for a lot of millennials, including myself. So for that reason, I did like the show. So I am going to start with my favorite performances and then just talk shit about the rest of the show, basically. So let me get my slides together, honey. So this was my favorite performance, okay? There was a tribute to Jamie Foxx on the show. He got, what was it? One of the Icon Awards. I don't remember. But baby, Jennifer Hudson tore that shit up. Okay? Jennifer Hudson, man, talking about a powerhouse voice, powerhouse vocals. She shut it down. Now, I don't know what's going on with her talk show. Okay? I don't like her as a talk show host. But let me tell you something. As a performer, as a singer, one of the best to ever do it. Period. Period. So, that was, I think, definitely I would say the top three performances of the night was Jennifer Hudson was in the top three, maybe top five. LAS says, if you're born in 2000, you're Gen Z. I know, I'm just saying, I was young during that time, and a lot of us millennials grew up on this music. We were young, and we were enjoying the music. This is like, I won't say I was like teenage years or whatever, but for a lot of the millennials, and I would say, early Gen Zs, this was a good show. So yeah. J Hud, that was one of my favorite. Who do we have next? My second favorite is Brittany Spencer. If y'all don't know about her, she is a country singer. there was also an Angie Stone tribute because, she sadly passed away not too long ago. And Brittany sang, what song did she sing of Angie's? Dang, I forgot the song. I can't even remember what song she sang. One of y'all put it in the chat, but this was beautiful. This was definitely one of my favorite performances. I thought she did so well. So well. Yeah, what? Wait, what? We'll talk about that later, DD89. Let me get through the show first. Dang, let's get through the show. And then I'll take the open topics and we can talk about that in a minute, okay? Let's get this out the way because I want to shout out the girls who had good performances and who I feel are good artists and have good music. Brittany Spencer is definitely one of them. Go download her music, y'all. She has some good music too. Because I did download a couple of her albums. Maybe it was one album and one EP. I don't remember. I know I downloaded 2 bodies of work and it sounded pretty good. And I'm still listening to her stuff. So y'all go support Brittany Spencer. Very, very good artist. She did her thing. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's Brittany. And look how pretty she is. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. And next favorite performance is Teyana Taylor. This was one of my favorites. She did a whole bunch of tricks in the air. Definitely looked very well rehearsed. I can tell she has been practicing on her craft. She is really good. I feel like a lot of people be sleeping on Teyana. I've always been a fan of her music. Performance was good. Now, I don't know about y'all, but does anyone else think that this performance kind of felt like a VMA performance? A little bit. Like, it felt like it should have been on the VMAs to me. Not saying that, it can't be on the BET Awards, but it just kind of just felt more like a VMA performance to me. Yeah. So it wasn't just me. Okay. Okay. It was good though. She was doing her thing up in the air. She was dancing and I like when they're up in the air like that and they make it look effortless. She definitely made it look effortless. It didn't look like, she was struggling up there. So yeah, I really, really like that. So yeah, that was my third favorite. I think those are all my favorite performances. Like those 3 performances, I don't have any complaints about. Like, I just think that they were really good. Best performances of the night, hands down. Like, no critiques, nothing like that. Everything was good. Now, moving on to the next. Oh yeah, that's Teyana again. Yeah, she was doing it. She was doing her thing. So now we move on to Glorilla and Keyshia Cole. And I'll be honest with you, I like some of Glorilla's music, but this is not my favorite song of hers. I feel like I just need Glorilla on more of a hood beat, an up-tempo, fast beat with a lot of bass. The slower she raps, the more not so smart she sounds. I'm going to put it like that. In my opinion. So on her, I don't tend to like her slow songs. I tend to like her club bangers. That's just me. And personally, I was never a big fan of Keyshia Cole like that. I know, a lot of the millennials, the early Gen Zs, I know a lot of y'all like Keyshia Cole, was never a huge fan. But what I did like about this performance, I like the tap dancing in the performance. I like when Glorilla started tap dancing. I thought that was unique and creative. So the choreography is what I liked about the performance. But the actual song, not so much. So yeah, that is what I have to say about that. Next is Raven Lene. I was happy to see her on the stage. She's been grinding for a minute. She has some good music. So I was happy to see her get her time and her moment on the BET stage, on the award stage. The vocals weren't the best though. The vocals weren't the best. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. It just didn't blow me away. But she still has time to get better. She still has time to improve and get better. So Hopefully she will. Who's next? Lettucey. Lettucey, this performance was really good. I mean, Lettucey, she can't really be bad, right? Like, she's one of those performers where it's like, it can't be bad because Lettucey's a good performer. She's a good singer. However, like, I don't know. Does anybody feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with like Straw, the movie Straw, and how ever since Black women announced like we're living the soft life, we're resting, everything is now like, oh, the strong Black woman, you guys are so strong and resilient. And, I know it was like, her paying homage and doing a tribute to the Black woman, but girl, like, I don't necessarily want to hear a song about Black women that talks about how we're just so resilient and we're so strong and we can overcome anything and it's just struggle, struggle, struggle. Like, I'm just a little bit tired of that, and I'm tired of dark-skinned Black women, usually plus-size dark-skinned Black women being the face of that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this live is going to stay up. Yeah, it will. So that's how I feel about that. Not that Lettucey isn't a good performer and a good artist, because she is. For me, I don't know about y'all. When it comes to Lettucey, I always want to hear her scat. Like, just Lettucey, just every time you make a song, scat a little bit in it. Just please, just I don't know. She is just really, really good at scatting. And that's always what I want to hear her do. To me, she's better at that than she is like the runs and just singing in general. I don't know if y'all have ever heard her scat, but baby, oh my gosh, she is so good at it. So even though this song choice wasn't my favorite for Lettucey, I still thought she did good. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say about her performance. Andra Day, however you pronounce her name. She sang "Killing Me Softly." She did the tribute to Roberta Flack. And I liked her version. I thought she did really well. And I hate to be that person because everybody was saying this, but they were like, "Oh, they should have gotten Lauryn Hill to sing "Killing Me Softly." I agree. I'm sorry. I agree. I would rather have heard Lauryn Hill on it. But, could the BET Awards really trust her to show up on time and give the best performance? We don't know. We don't know. I don't know. Maybe Lauryn couldn't make it. Because it's like, why wouldn't you put Lauryn up there? But I do like Andra Day. I do like her. Yeah. So, oh yeah, Nika says they still haven't grasped that it's not a compliment. What do you mean, like the Black women who sing the struggle melodies and the struggle songs? Yeah, they haven't. They think it's a compliment. So yeah, that's all on Andra Day. And next is Mariah Carey. I want to know why our girl Mariah was so stiff. I don't know if y'all saw her performance, but she was really, really stiff. I was like, is it the dress? Like, what's going on? Like, why is Mariah so stiff right now on stage? Like, it's almost like she couldn't move at all. And I'm trying to figure out why she couldn't move. Is she always? I don't remember her being that stiff. Is she? Is she? No. Okay. Is she always that stiff? Because I don't remember that. I don't know. I'm like, okay, did she get some work done? Is the dress too tight? She was just way too stiff. It doesn't seem like she's always been that stiff, but I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember. But I like a lot of Mariah Carey's music. So, that doesn't take away from her catalog, honey. The catalog of the music is there. So I love a lot of her music, but yeah, this performance just did not do it for me at all. And you could tell she was lip syncing, at least in most of it anyway. So yeah, I don't know, Mariah, maybe it's just not maybe I don't want to say it's time to hang it up, but maybe it's time to hang it up. I don't know. She looked good though. She looked good. But yeah, the performance was not for me. Who is next? Oh, 106 in Park. Obviously, again, the whole thing was, early 2000s music. And they did a tribute to 106 in Park. And that was also nostalgic. Like, I remember being young, watching 106 in Park and just, tuning in to every episode. And so it was really good to see Free up there. I was so happy to see Free. Um, as far as the performances, Ashanti, there was Ashanti, who we have A. Marie, Keisha Cole, and Maya. And, again, the music was very nostalgic, okay? But the performances did remind me of how the early 2000 bops were, a lot of the girlies were cute and had some good songs, but they just couldn't sing like that. They just couldn't sing like that. But, the segment was good. Again, I thought the choreography was good too. Like, they all looked good. They all pretty much looked the same. I mean, Ashanti looks great after just having a baby. A. Marie looks exactly the same. Keisha Cole pretty much looks the same. Maya looked incredible. Like, all of them look the same. Yeah, okay, I agree with you, Cham or Sham. Maya is probably the best singer out of all of these. I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, but I feel like, and I just have to say it, I feel like colorism in the early 2000s was really working in the girls' favor, okay? This was the era where you really didn't have to sing that well. All you had to do was hold just a little tune and have a good bop and be able to write a good song, and you was in there. You didn't really have to have no strong talent like that anymore. But the bops were good though. The bops were good. That's what I will say. It was, the bops were there. You can't deny that the bops were there. Period. So yeah. Next is B2K. I'll be honest with you. I was never a huge fan of B2K. I was never a B2K girly. I liked Omarion's Icebox. That was my shit back in the day. But I was never a big fan of the actual group B2K. But I think I'm in the minority when it comes to that. Like, almost everybody, like all of my friends loved B2K. My friends, my younger cousins loved B2K down, honey. So, and they did have some bops. And, I was honestly a little bit shocked that they were up there, but, because they always getting into it about something. They was always fighting. But, I guess Omarion and Bow Wow and all of them, they were getting along well enough to perform. So that was good. And Bow Wow was there too. I didn't add his picture, but I was never a big Bow Wow girly either, to be honest with you. I was just never a big Bow Wow girl. Um, Selena said they need the money. Probably so. They probably do need the money, girl. Marion said, "Yeah, I don't like y'all motherfuckers like that, but I guess I'll show up, honey." So yeah, that's B2K. Who else? Leon Thomas. Everybody loves his song Mutt. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. I don't like that song like that, but he can sing. He can sing. I will say, in the vocals, the mic was on. So he did really good, and you could tell he was live for most of it. So I thought his vocals were really good, even though this is not one of my favorite songs. And I also like the guitar outro. I really like that part. So yeah, that was good. Y'all know I love some strings. I'm a sucker for some strings. So I really like the guitar outro. For me, like, usually with songs I really don't care for that are popular, a lot of times the live version is good because of the instruments. So yeah, he was good. um Lil Wayne, I just put him up here so I could roast. Did this nigga come out with the lean in the cup? Is that what's in the cup? Can somebody please explain why he came out there with a cup? I can only assume that it was lean in there. Like, why? Like, you couldn't just put the cup down for a minute. You had to come out and perform with the goddamn cup. And see, this nigga was mad that he didn't get chosen to perform for the Super Bowl, but that's probably why, Wayne. He always does that? Oh, I didn't know that. So he always comes on stage with the lean. Child. It's giving fiend. It's giving dope fiend. When I saw that, I was like, what is going on? What is he doing? Chocolata says he can't put down the cup. I was just like, no, Wayne, this is a mess. And I didn't like his performance either. Like, So it's a no for me, Wayne. It's a no for me. So next, okay, this was the tribute to Quincy Jones. I feel like Luke James was the only good one on here. That guy from Sinners, I forget his name. But the singer in Sinners, he sang with him, and who else was it? Lucky Day. I usually like Lucky Day's music, but I didn't like him on this performance. Luke James saved it. If it wasn't for Luke, it wouldn't have been good at all. Robin said him and his dreads ain't been the same since the drugs. Lady says, isn't Wayne 100? I can't. Yeah, no. It wasn't giving. And then the guy from Sinners, I'm sorry, I don't know his name. He has a very distinctive voice. You know what I mean? Or distinct voice, and it did not fit the song. You know what I'm saying? And then Luke, I'm like, is the mic, or not Luke, but Lucky Day, I was like, is the mic on? You know? To be honest with you too, even with Luke, like, he was doing a little bit too many runs. Black people, listen, that's something that black people need to, like, stop doing. We know you can sing. Okay, we know you can sing. You don't have to do these runs all over the place, and try to fit in a run where it really doesn't belong. Just sing. You don't have to do all the theatrics. So it was a little bit too many runs for me in that particular song, but Luke still did good. Okay. So that's my opinion on that. Then we had Elmine. Elmine's performance was okay. It got a little pitchy though for me. It got a little pitchy in certain parts. But overall, he's a good artist. He's a good singer. I have some of his music on my phone, so I like him as an artist. But the is got a little pitchy. Who else do we have? Kirk Franklin. His performance very nostalgic because, again, I remember literally being in middle school, high school, performing his music with the gospel choir I was in. Y'all know I'm a musician. So all the music is so nostalgic when it comes to Kirk Franklin and the family. Like, I get my life every time they perform. And I mean, I said before that I feel like black gospel music has some of the best singers in the world. It's something about that voice. They call it the anointed voice, whatever you want to call it. Like, some of the best singers. The choir is always on point. The harmonies are always good. It's always just such a energized performance. It was just good. Even though I don't like Kirk Franklin personally, but his music, I can't take nothing away from him when it comes to his songwriting abilities and just his knack for choosing the right talent. You know what I mean? So loved this performance. Loved it. And again, it was so nostalgic. So nostalgic. So, yeah, Kirk's choir overpowered Tamar and Money Long. I don't think I would have chosen Money or Tamar to be up there, even though they didn't do a bad job. I didn't think they fit too well with that. Like, I don't know who could have been better. I mean, I get it, but I just don't think they were the best choice for that. Yeah, East Point says gospel music has the best singers, though Kirk can't sing personally. Yeah. Yeah, he's a songwriter. That's what he does. He writes music and he chooses the talent. He know he can't sing, but he chooses the right people to execute his vision. And that's a skill in itself. So, I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him. So that was good. And now we come to Doechii's speech. Okay. So, Doechii, what did she win? New Artist of the Year? Um, I forget what category did she win in. I'm sorry, I don't even remember. Oh, Tamar was on Sunday's Best. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, Doechii looked beautiful. She always does. She has her little style, or whatever, her own unique style. What category did she win in? Somebody tell me. Okay, best female hip hop artist. Okay, okay, that's what she won. And she basically used her speech to protest, and she took a stance against ICE, and she condemned the raids that are going on right now. And she caped for Latinos and trans women. She took a stance. And while I will never tell Black women not to have empathy for um what's happening to many of the immigrants and trans people and their rights being stripped away from them, I have to say that I just don't believe Black women should continue to be the spokespersons for social justice, especially for groups of people who consistently have been racist, have been misogynistic, misogynoristic, and colorist towards Black women, and especially Black women who look like Doechii, right? And I said in my last live stream, Latinos as a collective have never rallied behind Black people. When Black women were out there protesting and, getting arrested and tased and pepper sprayed and trampled by horses. Do y'all remember the commentary I was doing back in 2020 during the George Floyd protest? Do y'all remember how Black women were out in those protests, like just getting so fucked up? Do y'all remember that? I still have the videos up during the Black Lives Matter era where Black women were going to these protests and getting fucked up. And I don't recall Latinos jumping up and being like, don't do that to Black women. Don't do that to Black people. I don't recall them as a group, as a collective, jumping up. And, do y'all even remember them being out there at the protest like that? I mean, oh wow. Braids like Brandy says my Black woman's boss got pepper sprayed during protesting. Yeah, girl, I didn't never go to those protests and marches either. I never went either. But I remember the footage, and I remember it was all niggas out there for the most part. It was mostly Black people. I don't remember like this strong, people of color coalition like coming together like defending Black people. I don't remember that happening. So no, Black women don't have to cape for you now that it's your turn, right? Black women don't have to cape for you now that white supremacy is coming after you. And all this fear mongering they're doing, talking about how they're going to come for us next. They've never stopped coming for Black people. So what are like, I don't get that. Like, when have they ever stopped coming for Black people? And most of us here are American citizens, like someone pointed out in the last live stream. This is our country. They can't send us back anywhere as Black Americans. We've been dealing with the racism and the racist attacks. So, welcome to the club. The fear mongering is not going to work on us because this is not new to us. It's only new to y'all. And, for the foreign Black people trying to guilt us into fighting for you because we look like y'all, I thought we weren't the same. I thought y'all were so superior to Black Americans because you have culture and we supposedly don't, which is a lie. Black Americans do have culture, and we have very rich culture. But you know, if you're so superior, then why do you even need citizenship in our country? Why did you have to come over here to begin with? And why do you have an issue with going back to your country? And why do you need me as an American to fight for you if we are beneath you? And see, I'm not, I know I have some, I have supporters from everywhere. Right. We're Akatas and everything else. Remember? And all the other, slurs they have against Black Americans. So I'm not about to play this game with them where, I'm going to ignore how y'all separate yourselves from Black American people. But now you want us to pretend we're all the same because you're getting kicked out of the United States? No. Keep that same energy and stand on your own. And, even when it comes to like the Black people I know that are immigrants, like they got their paperwork in order. They're not getting kicked out. You know what I mean? They're here legally. So it's like, keep that same energy, stand on your own. And the same goes for any other group trying to get Black women to fight for them. There was one Black woman under my last video, and she was like, oh, well, Black women shouldn't be the face of the anti-trans sentiments because we'll be scapegoated for that. And like I told her, that's likely not going to happen when you got women like Doechii standing up caping for trans people. We are literally the face of caping for everyone. Everyone that is a marginalized group. Black women are the face, literally, of caping for everyone and the face of fighting against white supremacy. So we'll never be scope gated for that. And we shouldn't be the face of protecting everybody. That's not our job. Especially when they're all over the internet, and I'm talking about trans women, when they're all on over the internet, telling women who look like Doechii that they look like a man, and that they look better than us, and that they can take our men. As a collective, Black trans women as well as gay Black men, yeah, y'all too, they're not allies to Black women as a collective. And there are exceptions to the rule, but they don't, they're exceptions. And it's not enough of them for Black women to keep publicly caping for them. And you can call me a TERF, you can call me transphobic, you can call me biphobic. I'm just telling the truth. They're always talking about, cis Black women's spaces aren't safe for us. Your spaces aren't safe for us either. You're always talking about our pussies, how our pussies stink, how our uteruses don't matter, how none of our body parts matter, our plight doesn't matter. We look like men. You can take our men. You're sleeping with our men behind our back. So it's like, girl. And I realized over time that you can't have a safe space for biological Black women without talking about this honestly. Like, I don't care what anybody says. And the minute you start tiptoeing around trans people and the LGBT, you automatically put your plight on the back burner because they want your plight put on the back burner for them, even in your own space. So creating a safe space for trans people and LGBT people, when it comes to spaces like mine, that's automatically making it an unsafe space for me. And I'm not willing to do that. I come first in my space. I come first here. Just like they come first in their spaces. And see what trans people, especially trans women, Black trans women, what they want to do is control Black women's spaces. Like most males, like most Black males. They want to control us and control what we say. And that's just not going to happen over here. And that same woman in my comment, she was like, oh, well, rich people being an advocate for human rights is beneficial to rich people. And they protest so they won't look out of touch. And I do agree that philanthropy does bring social capital to the rich. But for black women specifically, tell me when loudly advocating for everyone has ever proven to be significantly beneficial for black women. I'll wait. No matter the tax bracket, when has it been significantly beneficial for black women to protest for everybody? Like, because the last time I checked, we're still complaining about everything. We're still complaining about how black women are the least protected. Our plight is always minimized. Our voices are never heard. So how far has this SJWing gotten y'all, black women? And like I told her in the comments, rich black women get further socially and financially when they are politically neutral. Or when they do their humanitarian work like every other rich person, which is usually quietly. And what I mean by that, they're attending charity events that we don't know about, that usually don't get televised like that. They're getting involved in some type of community service or projects, for underprivileged people. They're donating to whatever cause they believe in. That's how most rich people advocate for less fortunate people. There are more effective and well-known ways to gain capital as a human rights advocate than protesting at the BET Awards like Doechii did. The people she was protesting for, how many of them you think actually tuned in to this show? Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. How many Latinos you think tuned into the BET Awards to even see this speech? Like, come on now. So this probably didn't do anything for Doechii's career. Just like caping for trans women didn't do anything for Simone Biles' career, y'all. And I feel like any black woman who is trying to make it seem like being a SJW is significantly beneficial to successful black women, you're being intellectually dishonest. And you're making excuses for just wanting to keep on social justice warring and being a mammy to other groups of people. Just say you still want to be a mammy. Just say you're not ready to burn the cape yet and you still want to be a mammy. And, cape for everybody else, all marginalized groups. Just say that that's what you want to do because we see that's what you want to do. But don't sit here and act like, oh, well, black women have to do this to succeed. Black women have to do this to get ahead. No, we don't. Stop the bullshit. Stop the cap. No, we don't. Most people, regardless of race, get further ahead being neutral when it comes to political activism. Yeah. Okay, who's the troll in the chat? What's the name of the troll? Yeah, Dee Dee says, then Simone apologized to Riley Gaines, who of course weaponized it. Yeah. And so she had to sit there and backtrack and apologize. So what did she gain from that? Nothing. She didn't gain anything from that. Ash says they're dragging Nene Leakes and black women right now over T.S. Madison. I know. That's what I'm saying. And girl, it's just so exhausting. And I just wish that black women would stop platforming them. Why do we keep doing that? It's just ridiculous at this point. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, Nene Leakes from The Real Housewives of Atlanta, I guess she has a show now. I don't know. Is it her podcast? I don't know what it is. But she had T.S. Madison as a guest. And basically, in the interview, Nene asked what the sexual orientation is of men who like trans women. And T.S. Madison said that they were straight. And Nene said something along the lines of she didn't want a man who dates or sleep with trans women. And so, of course, the trans women were outraged by this. The black trans women. And they were all over the internet, all over Instagram, talking about, oh yeah, and these men are straight, and black women don't want to accept that the men who deal with trans women are straight. They're trans amorous. Have you noticed they don't even want to use that term because they want us to be lumped in together so bad? There's actually a term that I'm assuming that was made up by the LGBT community. It's called trans amorous for a reason, because they're not straight. They may not be considered gay, but they're not straight either. So like, and why is it that black women are the only ones who can't have a preference? Have you noticed that we're the only ones who can't have a preference? Many trans women, they don't prefer gay men. They don't like men who sleep with other men. That's why they're trying to make the men who sleep with them straight. Have you noticed that? They don't really like gay men like that. But with black women, we aren't allowed to have that same preference. Do you see what's going on here? They're allowed to not want gay men, but we aren't. And you wonder why I say the things that I say. Everyone is allowed to have a preference but us. Trans women can have a preference for straight men. They don't want feminine men. But straight black women, we gotta accept feminine men. We gotta accept bisexual men. We gotta accept straight men. We can't have a preference. Make it make sense. And this is why you can't help but to look at them as the males that they are, because just like the typical male, they're allowed to have a preference for anything they want. Straight people, femmes, masks, light skin, dark skin, thick. The males can like whatever they want to like. But black women can't have a preference for anything without being phobic or without being some sort of ism. If we want men with money, we're classist, we're elitist. If we want men over 6 feet, we're being too picky. Did y'all see where they said that one of those dating apps, they're gonna start filtering out men by height? And oh, the manosphere, all the men's rights activists, oh, they are mad. They are mad as hell that women are gonna be allowed to choose a man on a dating app based on how tall he is. And they're like, oh, well, that's the problem now with modern women. They're too picky and they're this and they're that. So we can't even like tall men without it being a problem. But let a woman, especially a black woman, let us have a preference and all hell breaks loose. If we want straight men, we're biphobic and transphobic. But when they have a certain type, it's a preference. Okay, well then we can have preferences too. And see, when it comes to trans women, they want to believe that the men that they deal with are straight so they can feel more like biological women. It really is a coping mechanism, y'all. And I understand it, but we're different. And men who knowingly sleep with trans women are trans amorous. They're not straight, and that's okay. Because I even saw a trans woman where she was like, what did they say? They were like something about how there's a lot of men who fuck with trans women that prefer them to be pre-op. They if they find out you're a trans woman and you cut off your dingling, they don't want to sleep with you anymore. Because they like your male genitalia. That means they're not straight. They're not straight. So like I know they don't like it, but baby, they're not straight men. They're not. We're not the same. We don't have dinglings. And men who prefer women and women don't have dinglings, those are straight men. But they just want to be able to say, oh, it's because we're exactly the same. We're no different. No, you're not. And I remember T.S. Madison. I remember them Vine days. That motherfucker has a horse dick. That motherfucker's dick is huge. So, baby, I don't care what you look like with them clothes on. But if a man is fucking you and they doing whatever they doing with as much dick as you have, that cannot be a straight man, baby. It just can't be a straight man. I'm sorry. Like, there's no possible way. There's just no way. But they want to be, we're exactly the same. Y'all get misgendered like we do. So you're the same. No, that's not the experience that most of us have. Most of us aren't walking around every day getting mistaken for men. We're not. We don't have to worry about being clocked when we go out. For the most part, we don't have to worry about that. But they want to say that we're the same physically when we can see what happens when trans women compete against women in sports. But that's something else. I don't think women realize that trans people really don't want to change that because they want the upper hand. So in their own little way, they like the males they want to dominate women. And I know y'all don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. They want to be lumped in with us to the point where it's never a distinction. They control everything we say. That's what they want. And a lot of y'all are in denial about that. It'd be different because I thought a long time ago too that they just wanted to coexist with us. No, it's deeper than that. It is. But it's like there will usually always be a distinction made because they were born male. And that is something that everybody's going to have to accept. That is something that trans women are going to have to accept. And that is something that the social justice warrior, the feminists, have to accept too. And I don't see the problem because, again, they get to say whatever they want about us. They can brag about looking better than us. They can tell us our pussy stinks. They can tell us our parts don't matter. They can talk about our titty sagging. They can tell us, they can take our men. We have to accept that, right? We have to accept that, right? So if we have to accept that kind of language coming from them, they need to accept that, no, you will never be like biological women because you were born male. And the men who date and sleep with you are trans amorous and they are not straight. And the delusion and the delusion and the censoring has gotten so bad now that any criticism towards them and the LGBT is phobic, no matter how valid it is. And that's when you know it's gone too far. Now every woman who has a valid criticism about trans women is quote unquote jealous and hating on them. As if we too don't get male attention. Whoop-de-doo, you get male attention like we all do. We're women. We know what that's like. Why would we be hating on that? And I'll acknowledge that there are some catty black women who compete with trans women. I understand that. And there are some very attractive trans women. But just because some of us are enforcing boundaries as women in our spaces and things that are meant for us, it does not mean we're hating on them. Just because we refuse to date men who sleep with trans women and males and like male genitalia does not mean we hate you. We just have a preference for men who are not trans amorous. And men who like trans women, that's not our fault if us saying that makes them want to stay in the closet. Because that's another thing where you're making it hard for these men to come out. How about you put the onus on these men? Tell them motherfuckers to man up, live in your truth. Be able to take the rejection. If a girl says she doesn't want to fuck with you because you fuck with trans, take it like a man with your bitch ass. I'm so tired of women being blamed for men not being able to live in their truth. Grow the fuck up. We have to accept when we're not the preferences so them motherfuckers can accept it too. And furthermore, there are women who are okay with dating bi men. There are women who are okay with dating trans amorous men. Go find those women. The women who aren't, who gives a damn? Find somebody else. Find women, especially like these younger girls. They're starting to be more fluid, and everybody just gets to fuck on and date whoever they want, and they don't care if the men is bi. Some of these young girls, they're like, oh, well, shit, we can, we can fuck a trans woman together. Go find them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in this world will accept you in 2025. I promise you they will. It's not the end of the world if some women don't want to date you because you like trans people. It's not the end of the world. Find somebody who maybe is also on the spectrum or just doesn't care. It's 2025. There are so many rainbow people out there. Yep. EA says, yep, the young generations are all fluid. All the hex girls, boys in my family are bi-fluid. It's so many of them now. So don't be trying to make it, our fault as straight women who prefer straight men. Don't be trying to make it our fault that you can't come out the closet. Fuck out of here. Grow up. Be a fucking man. Live in your truth. I'm so sorry. Like, it's getting on my nerves. Like, everything is not the black woman's fault. Your insecurity is not our fault. And I maybe would have more empathy if they would, empathize with us, but they don't. They're always telling us that they're not responsible for our insecurity. So, no, we're not responsible for yours either. You see how that goes both ways? Yeah, and personally, I don't prefer bi and trans amorous men because, in my observation as someone who has gay male friends, I have learned that most men who like male genitalia usually like that more than they like female genitalia. When people say that they're bi or they like both, they usually still lean more in one direction, if that makes sense. So I from my observation, I have never seen like a bi man or a trans amorous man who was like equally attracted to everything. I don't usually see that. They usually like male genitalia or they like sex with males because that's just what they like. That's what they prefer. That's who satisfies them or intrigues them the most. So I prefer a man who prefers female body parts, female genitalia. Strongly prefers that. I prefer that the same way I strongly prefer male body parts on a masculine man. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's my preference. Yeah, I feel like when you've been around gay people, and I mean in close proximity, you'd be surprised. Like, I know a lot, baby, because I observe and I ask questions, okay? So I know how a lot of them think. A lot of these men who like fucking on trans women, especially the pre-op trans women, you'll never be enough as a biological woman because they want a little something extra. They want to see both. They want to see what does T.S. Madison say? Titties at the top, dick at the bottom. That's what they like. That's what they want to see. You don't have dick at the bottom. So you'll never be enough. They'll always have that craving for that. And I don't want a man that has that craving. I don't want that. And that's my preference. I'm allowed to not want that. And just because I say that does not mean I'm a hater. The hater, jealousy, accusations are just out of control. And so to bring this back around to the, Doechii, it's just like when she's up there caping for them, it's like that you're giving the green light and the cosign for all of this shit that they're trying to force on us. And all the, the ways they're trying to control us, you're giving them the green light to do that. And that's not okay. And as a biological woman who puts myself first, I'm not going to tolerate that, especially not in my space. So I'll proudly be a TERF or a transphobe, but I'm just not doing it. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, so we're open topic at this point. I don't really have anything else to say about the BET Awards. Ash says black women have no reason to hate on anyone appealing to the dustiest men on the planet. I said the same thing under your video about Cooking with Kya. Yeah. They were accusing me of hating on Kya too. And it's like, what is there to hate on? She's aligning herself with the most low value men in the world. And the same thing with trans women. Like, girl, not only are you dealing with the most dustiest low value men, but they're even ashamed to be seen with you. Like, they don't even want to see you in public. You're basically sex workers to these men. What is there to be jealous of? Any black woman knows, I'm going to say this. Any black woman with some sense knows that that's not a flex. I'm so sorry. And I said the same thing about all the young girls like Kya. I don't, and the girls online on YouTube who were accusing me of being jealous of her. Apparently these girls don't know what it's like to get male attention or money from men without having to twerk or be hypersexual. So they think that every other black woman is like them. They think that we're impressed by that. They think that it's special to us because it's special to them. No, we're not impressed by that. And it's not a flex. But because they think it's a flex, they think when we tell them, hey, ladies, you don't have to do all that. You ain't got to twerk and be online and bending it over. You don't have to lead with your ass to get attention and money from men. But because they've always had to do that, they think when we say that, we're hating. It translates to hate to them. It translates as hate to them. Yeah, it translates as hate to them. And they think that we're hating. But it's like, some of us didn't have to try that hard to be hypergamous. And I'm speaking as someone who's been hypergamous with black men and non-black men without having to be hypersexual. Just being myself. And I know, some of you hypersexual, hood rat, 50-50, bum ass bitches, y'all hypogamy girlies. I know that you don't know what that's like. Which is why you think the attention that Kya is getting is so special. Your standards are on the floor. But some of us have higher standards than you, Doechii. We don't see getting attention from bums and low value men as an accomplishment. Getting attention from a bunch of low value black men will never be a flex. It will never be an accomplishment, especially in 2025. Sometimes I'm like, I look at these new girls and I'm like, girl, read the room. We're moving past the, trying to impress dusties on the internet. We're moving past thinking that attention from black males, especially low value black males, is a flex. Baby, leave the mustard and catch up. Okay? Like, we're not doing that anymore. A lot of y'all are behind. I'm sorry. Like, it's getting to be ridiculous. Bubblegum Princess says, baby Chrissy ain't playing tonight. Girl, because I'm fed up. I am fed up. Ash says, but they have pretty privilege, Chrissy. That's why you're jealous. LOL, just kidding. Oh, that's funny. That's another thing. These pretty privileged women, Why are they so obsessed with femcells and ugly women? That needs to be studied. I think I'm going to do a full video on that because that is like the most weirdest behavior that I've seen like become popular. Like the most popular, that's weird to me. And I feel like nobody thinks that's weird. Not enough people think that's weird. Not 50-50 with Kanye. Oh. But yeah, and they're always talking about how they have all this access. They're always saying, "Oh, we have access to rich and wealthy men. We're not like the ugly femcells because we're so beautiful." Well, do you currently have one now? Y'all ain't asking the right questions. And I mean, I'm just asking because I have to, with me, I have to show proof of my life to be considered credible. Where is the proof that their pretty privilege got them a rich man or a luxurious life? So far, I haven't seen any of these girls talking about pretty privilege and throwing shots at me. I haven't seen what they have to show for their pretty privilege. Where is the proof that their pretty privilege got them a rich man or a luxurious life? So far, I haven't seen any of them who are with high value men who live lives that I want to live. And some of them have actually been outed for actually being with, regular, degular, average men. And so, I mean, if they're saying that they're living so much better than me and other quote unquote femcells on YouTube, how do you end up with a regular degular? How do you end up with a dusty? And again, since I'm always being asked to prove my life, where is the proof that y'all have access to all these millionaire men and a luxury lifestyle in general? Where is it? I'm just saying. And y'all see how I'm living. I don't, I show some of my life. And guess what? I didn't have to twerk. I didn't have to pander to bum niggas to get where I'm at. I didn't have to stalk anybody's YouTube channel to get where I'm at. I didn't have to drag other women who I felt were beneath me to get there. And so if you're really that girl, why do you need to stalk femcells and ugly women and fat women on YouTube to earn money and level up? I thought that was how you leveled up. So, if you're still jealous of ugly women that you deem to be ugly, that's indicating to me that you're not benefiting from pretty privilege as much as you say you are. Shouldn't your beauty and your pretty privilege make it to where you don't have to stalk ugly femcells online for clout and money? Y'all, I feel like the audience, because I know I share an audience with these people, y'all are not asking the right questions. Yeah, Kia Supreme says if you're naturally pretty, you don't move like that. Exactly. Because think about it. The celebrities these pretty privileged girls are hiding behind in their thumbnails and their videos, are they doing what they're doing? Are they doing what the pretty privileged girls who are talking about femcells, are they doing what they're doing? They didn't have to do what y'all are doing to level up and get money. So it's not adding up. Somebody said pretty broke. Yeah, because think about all the women they use on their thumbnails. How many of those women are doing videos talking about femcells and ugly women? I mean, just excessively. It'll be different if you do one video here, one video there. That's one thing. But you excessively doing and then stalking somebody who you think is an ugly femcell, that's weird behavior. That is weird behavior. And not only is it weird, it's the same femcell loser behavior that you're trying to accuse other women of doing. And the way that some of y'all don't see that is wild to me. Yep, Mystery No Name says, nope, they're just living. Exactly. Dominique says they're getting money by trashing other. Yeah, they're getting money by literally stalking ugly women or women they deem to be ugly. And they'll say, "Oh, well, you talk about pretty women, you talk about celebrities, you talk about privileged women." Well, yeah, isn't that what I'm supposed to do as someone who's quote unquote an ugly femcel? So if I'm what you say I am, then I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Correct or no? If you're who you say you are, you shouldn't be then talking about people who are beneath you. You should be talking about people who are above you. So somebody's lying. Somebody's not telling the truth. I don't think you either the pretty ain't privileging or you didn't capitalize it off enough. That's all I'm saying. And listen, I don't bother these girls, but they keep harassing me. They keep talking about me. They keep sending their little minions over from their channel. So, you gonna get roasted. You gonna get that work every time. But I want to see where your pretty privilege has gotten you further than me. And I'll wait. I'll wait on that. Just saying. Toffee Tastic says they're living through the women's photos they steal from. Yep. Nika says they know the pretty privilege with black men ain't gonna get them a damn thing. And even if it's getting them something, apparently it ain't enough because they're too focused on me. So I just don't understand. KA, I'm not talking about just one person. I'm talking about multiple people. I just think it's weird. The obsession is weird. Yeah, Mystery No Name says they have an insane crush on you, Chrissy. Yeah, for real. It got to be a crush. It's an obsession or something. How long has it been? An hour. What else y'all want to talk about? EA says, Chrissy, where are these people? They're on YouTube. And they listen. I'm sure they're listening right now, thinking of a way to respond. They'll be responding because that's what they do. They're literally obsessed with me. I'm telling you, it's an obsession. I'm not even exaggerating. Yeah, I told you I didn't have much to say about the BET Awards. That's all I pretty much had to say. Um, yeah, I haven't seen Straw yet. If I decide to do a review on Straw, it'll probably be in a pre-recorded video. If I even decide to do it. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Yeah, I missed the hater. I would have blocked them, but I missed them. I don't know what happened to them. Oh yeah, they're blocked. Like anybody who does videos on me and I find out about it, I immediately block them. I block their name from my chat. They ain't getting no clout off me, baby. So yeah, they're blocked. Nika, yes, my birthday is coming up next month. And I was gonna try to go on vacation, but girl, I got too much to do. As far as like work, and which is a good thing. Like, I don't know if y'all follow astrology, but Jupiter is in Cancer. And I just feel like, I don't know if it's just in my head, but I feel like I can feel that energy. Like, so many things are opening up for me. Like, my bank account is growing. I'm getting more money. I'm getting more I can't really tell all my business, but I'm getting more job offers. I'll put it like that. Just getting more opportunities. My channel is growing. Like everything in my life is expanding, and that's what Jupiter is all about. So I'm trying to take advantage of this time period. That's why, I want to release more videos, and I just want to take advantage of this transit in every area of my life, in my career, in my YouTube channel, in my personal life. Like, I want to capitalize off the abundance that Jupiter brings. Yeah. Yep. Cancer supremacy. And it's so interesting because I've been reading up on traditional astrology, and I also want to start reading up on Vedic astrology more. I've been reading up on different types of astrology, and they're all just so interesting. It's all very interesting. Like, according to Vedic astrology, Jupiter is actually in Gemini, that's my rising sign. So I don't know. It could be applied in both ways. I don't know. But either way, I'm just feeling the energy. And also, like, Jupiter is about optimism, and I'm feeling more optimistic and happier about my future. So yeah, I'm really feeling it. Jordan says Vedic astrology is a beast, but it's cool. Yes, it is. Like, it's so straightforward. Like, I don't know. Does anybody? I did get a couple of book recommendations, but if anybody knows any book recommendations or good websites to read on and study Vedic astrology, let me know. Because I'm definitely interested. Oh, just saying it's the opposite for me right now. Oh, I hope it gets better. And for real though, if you can understand your chart, if you use your chart, your birth chart as a, kind of just like a guide for self-awareness, it will help you deal with your tough moments. Like, whatever you're going through, it will help you deal with it. Because right now Saturn is not in the best area of my chart, and I'm also feeling that too. I've been feeling that for some years now, and I haven't been dealing I wasn't dealing with it the best, and it seems like when Jupiter moved into Cancer, I started feeling better. So it's just very interesting. Kia, my moon sign is Aries. A Viper Bubble says, what calendar do you follow, Chrissy? Um, I do follow like the Western calendar, the Westernized calendar, but I plan things around, like the Vedic astrology, if that makes sense. Like, where the new year is set to start in March. Really, March is like the new year, around the spring equinox. So whenever I want to try, start something new, just in general, I do it around that time, and also on my actual birthday. So next month is my new year. So that's what I'm going to start new things, if that makes sense. So I use my birthday in the spring to start new things. Oh, you know what? I forgot about do y'all want me to review the fashions? Because I did save a folder of the fashions, the BET Award fashions. Do y'all want to do that or no? Or do you want to talk about something else? Shaya says, I'm an astrologer and I resonate more with Vedic astrology. Uh, Viper Bubble says, did you eat grapes for the new year? No, I don't follow that tradition. Okay, we'll do a couple of the fashions. Let's see. I'm going to add them on here. Child, I forgot all about that. Again, like the BET Awards, even though it's very nostalgic for me, it just didn't blow me away. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something I just had a lot to say on. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you want to hear about the actual show, you can start from the beginning because I won't be going over that again. Okay, let's see. Where'd it go? Okay, so this who is? Oh wait. Oh, it's doing it automatically. Hold on. Why is it doing that when it? Okay, can y'all see that? Can y'all see the picture? Yeah, I think the show was better than last year too. Yeah, so this is Ryan Destiny. She's freaking beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. Um, I don't know if I love this dress though. The way it's like draping in the front, I feel like it could have been a tad bit smaller and just a little bit more structure to the dress. But she still looks beautiful. And I think the theme, the dress code, I'm sorry, for the show was black tie. So yeah, I mean, but she's beautiful though. That's the one thing I would change about this dress. Like the part where it's kind of ruched on the side, if it was like kind of pulled up closer to her waistline, I feel like it would have looked better as far as the dress. But she's still beautiful. So, next is Doechii. Girl, Doechii didn't get the black tie memo. She didn't get the black tie memo. This is not black tie. I didn't realize she actually wore this on the red carpet too. But you know, it's Doechii. It's quirky Doechii. You know what I mean? It's definitely her, but it's definitely not black tie though. Who's with a Dusty? Doechii or Ryan? So yeah, that's oh well, did I want to say anything else about her outfit? Yeah, no, I don't like the chains. Not a big fan, no. The shoes, I don't like anything about that really. Beautiful girl though. Mariah Carey. This is not red carpet. This is just okay. Again, she looks so stiff. I don't know what it is about Mariah looking stiff during the BET Awards. I don't know, girl. This is Giveon. I mean, nice white suit. He looks okay. I can't stand his voice. This is Giveon, right? I don't know. I don't like his voice though. My niece, for some reason, loves this man. She loves his music. I don't know why. I mean, I guess he has some good music, but whatever. But yeah, nice white suit. It's tailored well. You know, basic white suit, not bad. Um, Andra Day. Uh, this is not bad. She definitely followed the dress code. Um, I feel like because I saw this in person when she was performing, it looked better in real time. But it's not a bad gown. It's not a bad gown. Yeah, this is Shabuzi. Um, it's just too much going on. Like that belt, he didn't need that belt. Or I mean, I guess the hat. I mean, he's a country singer, so I guess the hat fits whatever. But the belt, if he would have just not worn the belt, it would have been fine. I feel like the tie is a little too busy too. But if he would have just taken away the belt, it would have looked better, in my opinion. Um, this is Maya. Uh, and you know, ironically, I feel the same way about her. Too many accessories, like the necklace on top of the dress. No, I don't like that. And then I don't know if it's just it's a little everything is a little too busy. Like you got the hair, which is kind of, you know, kind of different, and then with the necklace on top. Like, I don't know. If the necklace, take the necklace away, take the bracelets away, and you can keep the hair, and it would have looked way better. Yeah, I like the color too. Okay, next is Kaylani. Girl, she's standing like she uncomfortable. I feel like the dress is kind of clashing with the tattoos. Does anybody else feel that way? I don't know. It's something about this that I don't like. It's like the color or something. It's like the tattoos with the dress. It's not doing it for me. And then the way she's standing just makes it even worse. So next is, I don't know who this is. Does anybody know who this is? I don't know who this young lady is, but she's pregnant. And this is, I think this is pretty tasteful for a pregnant woman. Black tie. Um, yeah, it's not bad. It doesn't blow me away, but it's not bad. Does anybody know who this is? KJ Smith? Okay. Oh, okay. One of Tyler Perry's actors. Okay. Okay. Okay, next is A. Marie. What is going on at the bottom of the dress? Like, what is this bubble thing at the bottom? I don't think I like that. I know that's supposed to be different, but dang, if it was, I mean, I guess she needed something to like make the little black dress pop, but that wasn't it. Yeah, no. Next. Money long. Yeah, no, I don't like anything about this. Like, it's just too busy. Then with the blue hair makes it even worse. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh yeah, A. Marie's body did look good. I agree with that. Yeah. I don't even know what could help this. I just don't like the outfit. So next is, who is this? Jordan Woods. That's who this is. Uh hmm. I don't think I like this either. I don't know if it's the sleeves. It's something that's not good. It's just the style of the dress, I think. It's not flattering on her, and I just don't like it. Oh, Jordan Sparks. Y'all know what I meant. Y'all know I'm bad with names. Jordan Sparks. What did I say? Jordan Woods. Who the hell is Jordan Woods anyway? Who is she? I don't. I know that's somebody. I just don't remember who she is. Okay, Jordan Sparks. Thank you for correcting me. Robin says she looks like a civil rights activist. I'm done with you. I'm done. It does. It does look Easter Sunday-ish. It does. Definitely. For sure. Okay, next is Machine Gun Kelly. Um, he looks nice. Nothing special. He looks all right. I think he's a cute little white boy. I think he's cute. Yeah. Just nothing special. It's just okay. This is Glorilla. Yeah, the tats are really not helping the girls with their appearance. It's like it's ruining their aesthetic a little bit, the tattoos. Yeah, this just looks kind of like, I mean, actually I don't hate the outfit though. I don't hate it. But yeah, I don't like it with these tattoos. Like, I feel like sometimes with the tattoos on the girlies, it cheapens their appearance. Does anybody else think that? That's how I feel about some of the girls with tattoos, with a bunch of them like that. And I mean, I feel like if you're going to get, a bunch of tattoos like that on your leg or on your arm, like if you're going to get a sleeve or anything like that, it has to look like a work of art. It has to look just good, and I just feel like it doesn't on most of the girls. Hair should have been up with Chinese bangs. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, but like I said, I don't hate the outfit though. I don't hate it. Okay, next is Ashanti. Okay. Yeah, she got the dress code right. It's just okay. It's nothing special. The plunging neckline. I honestly think she looks good for just having a baby. Really I do. Um, yeah. What? Y'all said somebody said she was pregnant. She don't look pregnant here. Is she pregnant again? Or is that just something that the people were saying? Somebody said it's giving Diana Ross a little bit. I can see that. Yeah, doesn't blow me away. It's just okay. Um, Sierra. This looked better in real time, y'all. Like when I was watching the show, she didn't have on the hat, and was the top different? I feel like even the top was different. I don't remember. But this looks so much better in real time. I don't like it photographed at all, and I don't like it with the hat. Um, yeah, I don't like it here. I liked it better on real in real time. So next is I don't know. Does anybody know who this is? I like this dress. I do like this dress. I like the color. I like the cut. Her skin looks fabulous. I don't know who this is. Does anybody know who this is? Anybody? 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 I don't know. I have no complaints about this one. This one I like. Yeah. Next is what is this girl's name? Cash Doll. Uh I see the strings, whatever you call the little strings. I see that was like popular. That's popular in fashion right now apparently. I don't know if this is just ill fitting. Like the bust is not, I mean, the titties need to be up a little higher. And it just doesn't seem to fit well in the bust area. I feel like I would have liked it better if it did. I don't hate it though. I just feel like if it was fitted better, it would look better. Yeah, I agree. It needs to be tailored better. My role says cash doll needs a cash bra. I'm done. Okay. This is Cam Newton. His aesthetic confuses me. His aesthetic is very confusing to me. He kind of gives me Dennis Rodman a little bit. That's what he gives me. Very femme. This is I've seen him look worse. I've seen him look worse. This is what his better looks, but I still don't like it. If that makes sense. Yeah, bye Cam. Next. Uh is this Tia or Tamara? Which one is it? This is Tia. Is this Tia? Um this is okay. It's basic. It's not bad. Nothing special, nothing to write home about. Yeah, I agree. Safe but pretty. Star says why his ankles are always out. He's always showing his ankles. That's so funny. Okay, next is free. Again, here's the strings, the shoestrings. Um it's okay. Again, this looks ill fitted. Like it looks too tight for her arms. Like in order to pull this off, where you got the strings kind of squeezing you to get like it has to be fitted right. If it's not tailored correctly, it's gonna make the whole outfit fall apart. Yeah. So I don't really like this one. Okay, next. Who is this? Does anybody know who this is? This is a nice little cute black dress. I like it. I don't know who this is though. Does anybody know who this is? Yeah, Latrice says yeah, free usually looks better than that. I agree. Who is this? I'm trying to see if y'all know who this is so I can, repeat the name. But she's really pretty. This is, a very um nice gown. It's black tie. It fits the theme. It fits the dress code. And I like how it's like sheer at the bottom, tailored perfectly. Yeah, I love it. Apparently, y'all are like me and y'all don't know who the fuck this is. So let's move on. This is Snoop Dogg and his strong black woman. He did the speech and had her up there and he was like, "This is my strong black woman. She done held me down through all the cheating and all of that shit." And I don't like this outfit. I'm really not a fan of this, cobalt. Is this the cobalt blue? Like, what shade of blue is this? I've never really been a huge fan of this shade of blue. And when you wear it, you got to get it right. And I don't like this, and it's just too much going on. It's too much blue. Yeah, and I feel like her suit don't fit good. It's oversized. I don't like it. It is giving pimp and hoe. It is giving pimp and hoe vibes. Mm-hmm. Yep. And this uh is this Raven? Is this Raven Lene? Y'all let me know. I kind of like this, to be honest. It's kind of giving, like kind of witchy, eclectic, like woo woo girly kind of vibes. Like, I kind of like it. Is that who this is? Yeah, okay, it's Raven. I thought so. Yeah, I kind of like, and let me tell you, I'm not a fan of ruffles. I usually don't like ruffles, but I like this dress. Yeah, boho. That's a good way to describe it. Mm-hmm. Whimsy goth vibes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it. Okay, next is, what is this rapper's name? I know he just got exposed for being gay, for trying to holler at that femme gay boy online, whatever his name is. That's him. I like this suit. Yeah, I think it's kind of different. I like the little pops of gold at the bottom and on the shoulders. It's just enough. It's different. Yeah, boss man D-Lo. Toffee said bussy fashion. I can't. Did you? Toffee is crazy. You said bussy fashion. You are childish. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. And that's what I said earlier. How about when these guys, when they like male genitalia, that's just what they like. Cause he had all those. I'm sure he gets all kind of pussy thrown at him, but he wanted that little boy. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Next, this is Debrat and Judy. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Brat, is that a sweatshirt under the trench coat? Like, what is going on here? And then what is she holding? Is that a bag? Like, I don't know what that's supposed to be. And then Judy, I feel like the bottom is where her dress went wrong. I could handle the top, but the bottom is where it kind of looks cheap. Judy losing weight too, huh? It looked like she losing weight. She looks good. Her weight does, but I don't necessarily love this dress. I feel like the top is okay, but the bottom is where it goes wrong. And then I'm still confused about the Brat's outfit. I don't know what's going on here. Latrice says it's giving zombie. I don't know. Steampunk. Okay. Okay. Her shoes, Does she have on a skirt under that? Or are those pants? Yeah, Star says brass makeup always Tito. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, Ray says steampunk apocalyptic realness. Okay, okay. I guess it's a thing. I don't like it though. Anyway, next, this is Kevin Hart and his wife. Okay, I love her dress. I feel like she understood the assignment. They actually look nice. Yeah, this is black tie. This is very much so in line with the dress code. That's what I will say. She's sticking with her short man, huh? She tolerating all the cheating and everything, honey. She said she is gonna stick beside him because he got that coin, honey. Okay. Yeah, they look good. Next, this is Candy. Candy has been looking so good lately. I think she's gotten a new stylist. I don't know if I like this though. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I feel like on her Instagram, she been serving looks, honey, but this one is not really on par with the looks she been serving lately on her Instagram. You know? Yeah, I agree. It's too sheer at the bottom for sure. Yeah, I just don't like it. Okay, next is Robin Thicke and his boo. I kind of like her dress. Is he remarried? Is this his new wife or something? I'm sorry, y'all. When I get these pictures, I just take them from the website and I put them in a folder. I don't do any research. So yeah. Oh, that's his new wife? Girl, he be cheating too, girl. So I don't know. Did he change his ways? Cause he was always fucking around on Paula Patton. Is that her name? Paula Patton? Yeah, they look good. Next, I already did on or what's her name? Lene. Or Raven Lene. This is who is this? I feel like I know who this is, but I can't think of her name. I like this dress. Yeah, I like the nude. I can't tell. Are those beads? It looks like the beadwork is nice if those are beads. Or the embroidery, whatever you want to call it. It looks nice. I like this dress. Does anybody know who this is? Yeah, I love this dress. Tailored well. I like that she has her hair kind of back away from the dress. So you can just see the dress. Yeah, very nice. Y'all think it looks like an old lady dress? I don't. I don't think that neckline and I don't think that's old lady at all. Okay, next is I don't know who this is either. Apparently y'all are just as bad as me. Apparently y'all don't know who these people are. I don't know. This is okay. It's not bad. Another like, champagne nudie kind of thing. It's okay. It doesn't blow me away. It's like I feel like I've seen it before a lot. But it looks nice. Not bad. Oh, Kiana. Oh, she's a singer. Okay, okay. Who said Ice Spice? Now, even I know this. I know this ain't Ice Spice. Y'all are stupid. This is Sky Jackson. Girl, the girls are loving the sheer dress with this. Like, I've seen a bunch of strings and sheer dresses, specifically sheer trains and the bottom of the dress. And to me, it's kind of making it look cheap. You know, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Yeah, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. But Sky is so pretty though. Very pretty. Very pretty girl. Next is I don't know who this is. Does anybody know who this is? Um, mm, this I feel the same way about this that I felt about Ryan's dress. It doesn't have enough structure. Like I just need it to be a little bit or shape, I guess I should say. The shape of it is not appealing. Like I get where they were going with it, but the shape is not what it should be. You get what I'm saying? But I do love the color, beautiful skin. Does anybody know who this is? Oh, she's an actress. Okay. Oh, is that Flo J, however you say her name? I didn't that don't look like her. Is that her? Oh, okay. Okay. Usually she be really looking cute because I featured her on another award show where she really was looking hella good. I forget what award show that was, but this don't even look like her. Okay, yeah. Well, I know who she is. I just didn't know that was her. Okay. Well, she'll nail it on another award show, I'm sure. So next is Jennifer Hudson. This is just basic. Nothing to write home about. Very safe, but it is she is following the dress code. So, yeah. Next is I don't know who this is. Yeah, this is an absolute no for me. From head to toe, just an absolute no. The top is very ill fitting. I don't like it. This does not flatter her figure at all. I don't like the material, the satin. Yeah, I don't like any of it. Mm-mm. Just a all around no. I don't like the hair. I don't like anything. I don't like the colors. None of that. But I don't know who. Does anybody know who this is? Oh, Anaya. Oh, is that her? Okay. Yeah, don't like the look. Latoya Luckett. This is good. This is not bad. I don't love this. I don't know what I don't like about it, but I don't hate it. Yeah. I don't know. The more I look at it, I kind of like it. Yeah, I have Anaya on my playlist. I just didn't know that was her. Yeah. Yeah, I think Latoya looks nice. Next is Brittany Renner. Yeah, nothing special. Nothing special. I guess she's really just going with this whole Muslim thing, huh? She's really about that life, huh? Y'all like next? Yeah, nothing to see here. Next. Y'all said she clout chasing. Busta Rhymes. He looks alright. It's the gloves for me. I mean, I get it. I get it. Okay, I get the whole fashion statement, but lose the gloves, Busta. Is that a velvet blazer? Is that velvet? He looks alright. He looks alright. He lost a lot of weight. Somebody said Ozempic King. Yeah, you can tell he lost a lot of weight. Okay, next is who the hell is this? Does anybody know who this is? This looks like a little girl. Is she? I don't know. Maybe she's one of those adults that look older or look younger. I don't know who this is. She looks okay though. Nothing to write home about. Just okay, little, cute little dress. Somebody said Route 21 type. Yeah, yeah. Is it the hair that makes her look so young? Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Anyway, next is Kyla Pratt. I like this look. I like this look. I think it fits well. Yeah, I just feel like, if you're gonna do leather, it should look something like this. It fits well. It doesn't. The midsection may look just a tad bit too small, just a little tiny bit. It's like she needed a little bit more room in the midsection. But other than that, I think it looks good. I think her hair maybe should have been back, maybe in a bun or something, but I still like the outfit. Yeah. Yeah, I think she looks nice. Okay, next. I don't know who the hell this is. I have no idea. Does anybody know? Yeah, I don't like the top of the dress. A lot of these girls, it's like they be trying to be a little bit too avant-garde, but it just sometimes it doesn't land. Maybe this is one of those things that look better in real time, but yeah, I don't like it. It's a little too like again, the shape is not there. Like, if you're gonna do this, the shape has to be there. I need the waist cinched in a little bit. I need the top of whatever the dress is going on. I need it to have a shape to it. Like, it's supposed to look shapely. I don't like it. Next is, who is this? I don't know any of these people. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I feel like, and I just talked about shape. This dress definitely has shape, but it's too much going on, if that makes sense. Like, what is that like a little cutout in the front? Like, I can't see that. And then it's like like this little fold over area. I don't know. I don't like it. It's just a bit too much going on. Like, if you look at the left side, if it would have just been that without the little boob situation on the right, the little, I don't know if that's supposed to be like a rose shape. Without that and without the cutout on the side, and just keep the top how it is, the left side, I think that would have made it look so much better. It was just too much going on. Yeah, sculpture. Anyway, next is, who is this? She looks familiar. I don't know who that is though. Is she wearing boots? Yeah, I don't like the boots. I feel like the boots messed this outfit up. And she definitely should have had her hair up. But the boots, it throws it off for me. It cheapens it. It makes it look a little too casual to me. Somebody said prom dress. Yeah. Toffee, stop. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. No, y'all know this ain't Jackie. Y'all are so fucking messy. This don't look nothing like Jackie. Now, who is this? Oh, that's Peppa's daughter. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jackie wouldn't step out looking like this. Y'all are so childish. Yeah, I don't like the boots though. Next is Mario. He looks nice. He looks nice. That's a tall motherfucker. Normally, you really can't tell that he's that tall, but he's big. Y'all stop being messy in the chat. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. His shirt, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how it fixed this, but I don't know. I don't love it, but he looks all right. Okay, next is oh, this is Duran Bernard. Um, I'm kind of tired of the men doing the whole like bedazzled and the accessories on the suits. Like, they try to be like fancy with the roses. I don't know exactly. Are those roses? What are those? I don't know what's on the suit, but I don't like that. Or, would have made it look better? Maybe if it was just on a different, like just on the top, just on the blazer and not the pants. That would have made it look better. Or just on maybe, how the rapper had the little embellishment on the top of his suit and the bottom of his pants. That would have looked better. But just all over like that, I don't like that. Girl, you know he trying to serve with that pose, honey. You know, you know how the girls are. And he's one of the girls, as in the femmes, the femboys. So yeah. Anyway, next is Young Miami. You know, I saw this on one of the blog pages, and somebody was like, "Young Miami is giving Aretha Franklin." I was like, y'all did not have to roast that girl like that. But I kind of sort of see it a little bit, like what they were saying. But y'all are childish. But to me, this just looks like stripper fashion, like BBL stripper fashion. That's all I can describe it as. Like just that cheap looking dress. And I know it's not cheap, but it just looks cheap. You know, that's what it looks like to me. Kay says maybe a Supreme. Y'all are so stupid. Oh my god. Yeah. But her body looks good though. Like I don't know. I think her BBL looks good. I just don't like the fashions, the BBL stripper fashions. That's all. And I don't like the hair either. I don't like the hair. Selena says giving Motown a bit. I can't unsee that now. It's so funny. Okay, anyway, who's next? Kiki Palmer. Hmm. I don't know if I like the little. I mean, can we even call that a train? I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I feel like this kind of looks cheap too. I don't like the jewels on the dress. I feel like maybe this would look better in real time too. But yeah, I don't like the back of it. I don't like the sheer. Maybe if it was a little longer, I would like it, but even then, I don't know if I would like it. Yeah. Hmm. Looks like Kiki is losing weight too, huh? Looks like she done slim down a little bit too. Yeah. Yeah, Toffee says her baby daddy's stressing her out. Yeah, maybe so. Cause she does look older. She does. But she's also getting older. Maybe that's why. But yeah, that stress will start to age you. So I don't know. I hope she's doing okay. Next is Keisha Cole. Uh hmm. I don't hate this. I kind of like the feathers at the bottom. I think maybe if her hair was up, it would look better. But I don't hate it. I don't know. And if it was tailored just a little bit better, it looks a little big in the waist. It looks just a little big, period. But I kind of like this dress. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next is this is Spice. Who is this man? Is this her husband? You know, it's giving African fashion. Again, I don't love this shade of blue, and Spice loves this color blue. I don't know why, but she loves it. She's always wearing this color. Um, I will say it's tailored well, just not one of my favorites. Yeah, I usually like African fashion though, but this is not my favorite. Yeah, it looks like African royalty. It does. Yeah, and Spice, she's Jamaican, right? She's from the Caribbean, right? Yeah, that this is her signature color. It is. I just don't like it. And then she always has her hair this color. It's like, no, girl. Let's do a new color, Spice. Let's do a new color. But the dress fits well. I'll give her that. It does fit well. Okay, next is Tisha Campbell. Okay. The belts. A lot of the girls was doing leather this year. It's too many belts. This is too many. And then the belt around like the neck area, I don't like that at all. Mm-mm. And then her hair being down, definitely should have been back out of her face. Um, yeah, I don't like it. I would like it better though if it didn't have all those belts on it. The buckles to me cheapen it and it ruins the whole dress. Way too many buckles. Yeah, I like the color too. And I like that color on her skin tone. Like I like burgundy on real light skinned women like that. But I just don't like the buckles. Yeah. And to me, that's really the only thing wrong with this. Like it would be okay. Even if it just had like one buckle or a couple, it would look so much better. You know? Yeah. So, oh, okay, that was it. That was the end. That was fun, y'all. It's always fun to do these fashion reviews. But yeah, that's all I have on the BET Awards. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I will leave this up. Somebody asked, will this stay up? Yes, it will. Yeah, so I'll probably see y'all next week because I have to get prepared for Father's Day. Me and my mom are cooking for Father's Day. So yeah, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be slaving in the kitchen, girl, cooking for these men, cooking for the fathers in my family. Yeah. So that's what my weekend will consist of. But this was fun, you guys. Um, Christina says, did you see Young Thug drag Mariah the Scientist from doing interviews on the red carpet? Also begging Jim Jones, Sierra begging Jim Jones to marry Chrissy. I didn't see Young Thug dragging Mariah. Why was he dragging her from? Why didn't he want her to do an interview? I don't keep up with Young Thug and Mariah, but that's weird. And Sierra begging Jim Jones to marry Chrissy, girl. He is not gonna. First of all, I thought he finally married her. He didn't marry her. I thought I read somewhere that they got married. But Sierra, she doing too much. See, I feel like a lot of people, always talk about Sierra's prayer and how she got the perfect man. So I think that may be emboldening her to like kind of intrude and overstep some boundaries that she doesn't need to overstep. It's like, girl, okay, Sierra, just let's not do that. It's just kind of overstepping the boundaries to me. Like, and I just wonder how Chrissy felt about that. That's kind of humiliating and embarrassing. So, yeah. He wanted to, but Chrissy turned him down, said she didn't want it anymore. Oh, girl. Girl, that's just a typical hood ass relationship, girl. They ain't never gonna get married. They just always gonna be in a situationship. So, whatever. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about that, but thank you for the donation. I don't have a lot on that, sorry. But yeah, so I'll be back next week for new content. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.